Okay, here we are with, against Norsca, another campaign. This was quite a fight. As you can see, there's a Norscan horde coming towards me. But first of all, let's go for my front line infantry, and we'll go from there. So, led by Mr. Boyz from Confederation. I did with him. He's got a Moon Fang, so massive damage boost there. He's got a standing round, crush the weak, so affects enemies in range, -4 leadership, -5 defense, -3 attack. Very handy in the front line, so we're exactly where he is. Trickster Shard, constant, 22% magic resistance to enemies. See the rebirth, so he can regenerate his health. He's got encourage and magic resistance and missile resistance. So from there, who have I got? So I've got Sigma Sons. Add a bit of more meat to my front line. A nice regiment of renown, and they have stubborn as well. Imperial Foots. This is one of the newer units. This is, if you compare it to swordsmen, so they're just better defending. Well, actually, not the same as defending, but they actually can deal out with damage as well, and they got huge armor compared to the normal swordsmen. They got only 50. They're rocking 105, so they're much tougher than front line, and they're stubborn, so they don't break easily. That's a quick stubborn mechanic. You may keep total leadership perhaps at bay for a while the crowd defiance utter beastly stupidity. Yep, sounds like my type of unit. So we've got them in the front line. So we've got a few swordsmen, 3 swordsmen, Sigma Sons, and Imperial Foot. We'll come to the majestic steam tank in a minute. At the back, 2 units of huntsmen. So these are the skirmishers. So if you remember me saying that you can't turn off skirmishing, so these will always skirmish. Okay. They've got a damage boost at the moment. That's why they're rocking quite massive damage. I think that's from my stats in my campaign, so it's not too bad. Or the unit itself, possibly that actually. And we also got some normal archers as well, just to provide, trying to pepper down some of the units, and the Bazookas don't have any army at all. So these would be very handy in that situation. And as for heroes, like the heroes are a lot cheaper in campaign than they are in vanilla. Like he's about 100 gold per turn, where most of the mages and these in vanilla are 250 plus. So you can, instead of taking all your gold up with and pretty much costing a unit of swords of Imperial Foot to one of these, you can have 2 of these to a unit of Imperial Foot, just about. I think he's about 195, don't hold me to that, but I think about that. Okay, and then we've got a fire mage as well, rocking over mage spells. He's quite high level. Up on the hill, some protection from my artillery. 3 company militia, 2 units of them, another unit on the right flank, and so another unit of swordsmen at the back. Possibly could have done really with fragments or just something that wouldn't break very easily. And of course, now we get to the meat. I have a Hellblaster. I hope he can duck. Anyway. So with this, what does this bring to this table? So much like in vanilla, they just have a massive volley, shots per volley 9. So that's 3, 3, 3, 3. So that's 4 3s. That's not up. 94 armor piercing, so that's times by 9. So they do a massive hit in one shot, and they're on that rotation, so it spins around and fires the next volley, etc., etc. Hard hitting and an awesome unit, and you can also buff that by pressing that ability, and it gives them a +40 reload skill, so they get the next loading quicker, ready for a quick one, for a quick volley again. Alright, and last but not least, Mr. Steam Tank. So this has a lot of different abilities, so let's go through them all. So first of all, let's get him so I can actually see him. There we go. So he's armoured, very high. Well, tank. Extra armor piercing causes terror, causes tank, and unbreakable. So he will keep fighting to the bitter end. So what does they have? Cause fear, cause that, so already covered, unbreakable. First one, bumpy ride. So as you read there, if it goes into a forest, it's going to take damage because it really can't cope with it because it's a tank and has not a track tank in modern days. Dangerous overpressure. So if this goes below 50% health, the effects immediately happen. Minus 50 speed, minus 50 missile damage, minus 50 charge bonus. All these are percentages. Weapon damage, armor piercing, and armor missile piercing. So it's a huge decrease as soon as they drop health below 50%. So if you're against one of these in Boyz mod, you want to get your armor piercing damage straight on these. Okay, it'll be 50% as quick as possible. Oop, just gone off it. There we go. And then you got kaboom. As you can tell, these are straight from the tabletop. If it drops below 20%, they have a miscast chance of basically blowing up. Bad. Very bad. So it's a cooldown of 60 seconds, so it can happen for so it's a coin flip pretty much as soon as they hit below 20%. So you want to keep this up as high as possible at all times. But they do have a few good things, so they're augment. So if you click this button, they get an extra charge bonus, they get extra speed boost, and they get extra 25% special attack power. But the range is decreased, and this will freeze both this ability and this ability, and it will cause them both to recharge. So it's a good unit. Get it if you need a bit of extra frontline burst of damage, bit of DPS. Click this button and charge it in, causing terror, causing fear, and causing a massive amount of damage. Or if it's on the hill like it is at the moment, you can overcharge your weapons, which increases the range, increases the reload skill, but decreases charge and speed, but it allows you to pump out a few more shots and increase range. So with that in the making, let's start slow motioning it, and we'll get to the what Norsca films, of course. So Horsemaster, we got the Mortal Champions, rocking the rage mechanic, which all Norscan units have. But they also have this, aspiring schools. As long as they're winning melee combat, they get a bonus to their damage and leadership. And as long as it goes on, they get more damage, they get more attack. So after 45 seconds, they become a killing machines, pretty much. So a very good solid unit. Moving on down the line, some Berserkers. They have Berserk mechanic, providing more damage the longer they're in combat. Got the Frenzy. Again, more damage, more attack, more value. Skirmisher. So if they're used to fighting in forests, so if they are, they get plus 10 leadership bonus. Excuse me. They can rampage as before, and got good physical resist. Overall, a pretty scary unit because of the high damage output. Another unit there, and we got the ice one, Ice Home Orders. The ROR, so another handy unit to have. Let's have a quick look at them. Again, they got the rage mechanic, but nothing different than your standard game. Some Spearmen, some more Berserkers, Spearmen, 100 Javelins, more Javelins, more Spearmen, more Javelins. Wolfric on a horse, Spearmen, Warders, some Ice Wolves on the top here, along with some Missile Cav, and some Skin Wolves, and then we got some Order Hunters Javelins. So, a pretty foursome horde unit pretty much coming at me. So let's see how I do. So first of all, I tried to get my tank in a decent position, which decided not to play ball. I didn't want to block the iron side of these, but finally got in the position I wanted. And then I wait for the enemy to appear. So I was a bit worried about this rank, so I gave it quite a lot of protection, but is this enough? I didn't know what the computer was going to do. Now, because AI is pretty much an idiot, he decided to charge my front acting Wolfric. As you can see, he's rocking a hell of a lot of stats here. At the moment. 84 melee attack, 84 defense. He's rocking all the buffs at the moment. So he's going straight into my single sun, which could hold it for a bit, but not much. I then got some damage from the left from the Warder Horseman in the middle. I have been peppering away with my steam tank, and I've got my Hellblast volley gun, sending some damage this way into the main force. We've got javelins on the hills around me, and coming in from my right rank, so they're heavily going down on my F rank. which is not the greatest. So I've adjusted my crossbowman. Just keep spinning on, and trying to pep away from these missile units. I launch a frame strike. Almost frame that fire at it. Just to weaken my troops before they get in, and they're just going around my flank here. But I've got my Hellblaster peppering them as they go up, and he broke them pretty much, and I've broken them. But these are coming on the back, which is a bad sign. It's just, I don't know if it's just me, but the AI seems to be coping with the new mod rules quite well. Quite impressively. I don't know if it did any change to the AI. As you can see, I have broken Wolfric, and I've been using acquisition for my Witch Hunter, and he's peppering him with fire damage. He's got a pet and he's got poison. His weapon, so perfect. And I've charged my steam tank in to cause a bit of fear, and to try to take out some of these builders in the night. Meanwhile, on the top, things are going badly. I'm basically charging my steam tank around as much as possible, trying to rout units by causing fear. The Hellblast is avoiding shut down. The ice wolves are causing mayhem in the backyard. So to adjust this, I adjust my huntsman and bring them back a bit. Remember, these are skirmishing, so I can't turn that off, so they're running back from the front line because I'm scared. And the huntsman, Witch Hunter, I didn't turn off skirmishing the Witch Hunter, which is a bad idea. And Wolfric is spying blood, so he's going to come around and try to take out my Witch Hunter. Meanwhile, on the front line, I have just my free company, and I'm just coming in, peppering as much units as I can. But unsurprisingly, my Hellblaster Boygun has decided to say that it's enough, I'm out of here. And the Irish Wolves are coming behind me and charging into the free militia, sending them flying, as you can see. In the meantime, we have killed Wolfric. I believe we killed Wolfric. So now I've actually got, I can feel my Witch Hunter and start peppering away at the front line, which is going from okay to badly quickly. I'm getting completely overrun on the left hand side. The steam tank is doing ridiculous work. And as we go forward, you can see that they're destroying. I can't, it's not more of a fire, just to burn a few regions. Hopefully we can attack down the right flank line. As you see, the militia starting to panic. I'm trying to hold them, using my steam tank again just to charge around. Meanwhile, I've decided that the ice wolves have got into the back line, and I'm now harassing my archer unit, so I can't bring them up to cover my. Had a bit more DPS to the front line, which is causing me much issue. For the moment, poor old Boyz here is pretty much holding down his left flank on his own. A couple of units are coming in, and they've actually managed to rout the Bazookas, which is very handy. Meanwhile, I'm still trying to hold the front line with a free company on my steam tank, trying to do everything. Thankfully, I've got a few units coming back, so I readjust my archers, get ready to come back in, and I've also got a free company militia there. Hopefully they're going to put some damage down onto these wolves. Meanwhile, to the front, steam tank is taking no damage. Thankfully, we managed to avoid the arm-piercing anti-arch of the skin wolves, and away from the spearmen, so they're not getting any anti-arch program, and we have managed to rout them. So I can actually free up my complete back line now. So I move my crossbowman on the F rank, and then I can start shooting arrows into this side, and hopefully break some of them. Now, every single unit of the whole Norsca, with the Ida gone, are really beat up. So with a bit of luck, we could get a terror out, because I am struggling here, and after I thought I was going to use this, and then there it was. A massive tower out, across the board. I just about getting the victory, thankfully, because that was too close. If I had lasted a bit longer, they've got the wolves back into my back line of archers, I'll be it. I won't be able to do anything about it. But I managed to scrape a victory there. So the creative, because of the big fight. Let's see what happens. So, my Hellbest of Oregon, and getting good on the steam tank, getting good kills. Archers, always handy, and my missile units. I've probably got too many missile units in this army. I should really drop one of each. You keep the gold units, and drop one of these, drop one of them, put them to a different army, and then add some more infantry to the build, just to boost up the front line. The Bright Wizard, of course, got with his magic, of course, got mayhem. So all in all, just about scraped that through. How did Wolfwick do? The Bazookas always cause a lot of damage, but they didn't use the Spearmen very well. If they got that onto my steam tank, that'd be a different story, because the steam tank almost won that flank on his own, or pretty much did on his right flank, held it down just on his own. So, a good to go battle. Right, on to another one.